Solstice is live in Destiny 2 right now, and as most of you already know, it's a great event for high-tier gear. It's pretty easy to get tier 4s and tier 5s if you're anywhere near the 300 level ballpark. It's also a great source of upgrading your power through the armor system during this event. There's 8 gear pieces available for Solstice. We have 3 weapons, which are the bow, the SMG, and the grenade launcher. You can also get a shiny hollow foil variant of these when going to farm any activities with Solstice modifiers. Specifically, I'm talking about the portal right here. So for example, right now it's Caldera. You see it says Solstice engram at the bottom. So when you complete Caldera, you will get a drop. Same thing goes for Fire Team matchmaking, anything that has the engram. For Pinnacle, which would be Starcross right now, and then also Team Scorch, but then you have to play Crucible. Who wants to do that, right? On each character, you also have an armor set available to you from Ava via a quest that she has, and progressively you will unlock these armor pieces. She'll tell you to go do some activities, then get some Solstice alloy, which will then help you forge armor pieces here for you to unlock on your character. Now that's all well and good if you're trying to use this to power level quickly and then get some tier 5 armor for juicy stats. You're doing everything perfectly fine. That's cool. However, there is one big mistake that some people are making. I'm specifically talking about people who want to get god rolls of these weapons for this event, specifically the SMG and the GL as they're brand new, and they have some insane perk combinations. So the way this event works is when the event started, the weapons are already in the loot pool available to you. You just run portal activities with the Solstice modifier, and you'll get one to drop at the end of the activity. The tricky part here is the armor. So the armor is not unlocked for you when the event starts. You actually have to do the quest and then forge the armor from Ava to have that unlocked in your loot pool. So just as an example here, in the forge, you see that I have the class item unlocked from Solstice alloys that I used on it. This means that a class item can drop for me when I complete an activity. So if like I did Team Scorched, I would have a chance at the class item along with the weapons. However, you can just not unlock any armor at all, and none of it will drop for you at the end of an activity. And you're thinking, well, why wouldn't I want armor, Sneak? I want my tier 5s. Well, you can just pause on the armor for a second, and if you're somebody that's running these activities to try to get god rolls of these weapons, you can just keep the loot pool as only the weapons, and that's it. Meaning that every single activity completion, you will get a weapon. You'll have a 33% chance at each weapon on each clear, and that gives you pretty good odds on trying to get god rolls of the weapon that you want. This is especially true if you can get tier 5s to drop, and you'll have 3 perks in each of the columns dropping for you in column 3 and 4. The mistake here, on the flip side, would be if people just went out and unlocked all of the armor because they just were impatient or they wanted to get the power boost. Nothing wrong with that, but what I'm trying to say is if you did unlock all the armor, your odds of getting the weapon went from 1 out of 3 to 1 out of 8, or 3 out of 8 if you're counting all the weapons in the pool. So your odds dramatically go down in trying to get that particular weapon that you want if you unlock the armor. So let's say you're trying to go for the SMG. Initially, if you don't touch the armor, you have a 33% chance of getting that SMG to drop. But if you include the armor into your loot pool, it goes all the way down to 12.5%, which is obviously significantly lower than what you just had. So if you're somebody that cares about getting god rolls and shinies of these weapons, then hold off on unlocking the armor on your loot pool until you get those god rolls that you want. Now, a question you might have is, Sneak, I already unlocked the armor, so am I screwed? Yes and no, actually. So on that character that you unlock the armor on, yeah, your loot pool is screwed if you're specifically trying to get the weapons in an efficient manner. But if you have multiple characters and you haven't unlocked the armor on those characters, you can just go on one of those and then farm out the weapon specifically without having any armor to drop. So let's say you unlocked all the armor on your Titan, but if you go on your Hunter or your Warlock, you can just farm the weapons out without having any armor to drop, assuming you didn't unlock the armor on those. Now, if you're trying to farm, what's the best efficient method to do this? Unfortunately, it's basically the same answer as leveling. It's going to be solo ops. You could do whatever you want. If you want to do Pinnacles and go like Kelspal or Starcross or Encore, you can still get a drop from them, or specifically Kelspal this time around. But in terms of efficiency, it's solo ops. So if you see like Caldera or K1 in this slot, that's going to be by far your best method. It's going to be like 3 minutes a run. You're probably seeing footage on screen of me doing Caldera or something just to show how quick it is. But what you want to do, no matter what you do, is make sure that your score is correct. So a lot of people don't know this, but when you go to the customization, all you really need is actually a B+ on your score that's over half on the final bar, and as long as you complete the objective in the activity, like get 20 precision kills or whatever it is, you will get an A rank at the end and guarantee yourself that tier 5. Now, this is level dependent, but if you care of what I have on, I just have a Bane mod on, then I added the Brawn modifier here, and then I have Grenadier and Strand Surge on because I'm on a Grapple Hunter, so I just basically one-shot everything with this setup, and I'm still over a B+. But it does depend on what your level is and what bracket you're in. Maybe you're still in Master Bracket, you know? But yeah, that's the big general tip that I wanted to give people in case they want the weapon specifically first before power leveling. And here is what I've gotten so far using my method. A shiny SMG that rolls Heal Clip and Attrition Orbs and also has Incandescent and Chaos Reshaped on it. I mean, it almost couldn't really get better than that. Maybe changing Extended Mag to something else. But other than that, it's basically perfect for what I want to use with it. Anyway, hopefully this helps some people out there. Happy farming to you, and if you did enjoy the video, please consider subscribing today. It does help the channel grow and is much appreciated. If you want to go the extra mile, you can leave a like and or comment below as well. If you don't know what to leave as a comment, you can leave Solstice as the comment. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.